Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Partly to mostly sunny today. 70 the high. I'm liking that. Yesterday was gorgeous for Halloween. That was a nice, refreshing change from the 6 years of drizzling, freezing rain that we
You're
had.
not kidding. We actually made it through trick-or-treating before it got pitch black, because it didn't start off pitch black because it wasn't cloudy and raining.
Right? Yeah.
But this is amazing.
I thought you just didn't understand nighttime for a second.
No. We started our neighborhood.
You went in the daylight and then it got dark later, every day.
We started at 6 and ended at 7.
I wish that internet would kick in so you'd have some science knowledge.
It took less than one moon to go around.
Yeah, I got that.
It is an annual event, the biggest race in Grand Rapids every year, the biggest little race. The Grand Rapids 0.1K.
I can't believe how this has grown. I mean, it was already big to start off with. The first year was huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just gotten bigger.
Kyle Smith, Mike Fryer are here. You guys are, let me turn those on. That'll work better. Welcome.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for
guys.
having us.
Good morning.
Welcome back. Now, this is all a fundraiser to help end Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
Yes. You bet. Correct.
Mike, walk us through, let's start with that, what that is. I think people kind of know. Everybody's heard it before.
Yeah.
But it's one of the things where the research continues to progress and they get closer every day.
It does, yeah. Well, Duchenne muscular dystrophy affects primarily boys. 1 in 3,500 born today are affected by this disease. About 20,000 cases worldwide today. My wife and I have 2 boys, Kevin and Kyle Fryer, and they both have Duchenne. Kevin's 16 years old, and Kyle is 12. Kyle is experiencing falling and things like that because this disease affects the muscle cells and tissues. So he's, just dealing with some unfortunate things. Our oldest, who's 16, he stopped walking just a couple months prior to his 14th birthday. So the disease affects every muscle in your body, your heart, your lungs, your everything. So it's very progressive, and this event is really focused on having a good time and getting a lot of people together to raise money to find a cure to get this disease to the finish line.
I love that the entire thing, for its entire existence, has been tongue-in-cheek. I think you guys told us last year, Kyle, that this started as a golf outing, a bunch of old friends that went to school together, and then maybe over some beers at some point, somebody said, okay, well, how can we make this bigger? Am I remembering that right?
Exactly right.
Mike had some truancy issues back in high school or senior year. And had a 2-man scramble, and that's now been going for 32 years. And
wait, I didn't. Okay, so it started
he
before it was
school.
a charity aspect.
Yeah,
all right.
He skipped school, but it turned into a charity aspect.
I like it.
And we wanted to move beyond 144 golfers you can have, and now we can have 2,000 runners at this event. It is crazy. Everyone can do it. We joke around with some people that don't understand the 0.1K distance because it's about the length of a football field.
Yeah.
And
so how
everyone can do it. So people are like, I'm not a
it's
runner.
a little far for me, but I can walk.
You can walk.
I'll bring my bike.
And there will be people who take it really serious and line up at the front with their Apple Fitness watches and everything else, their Fitbits.
You have to pretend they're Usain Bolt.
There'll be other people who will walk it and just out there with their families, right?
Yeah, actually, it's going to be a wide range. I mean, we may have a world-class time this year because we don't take a right turn like we did last year. It's a straight shot downhill.
Man!
I mean,
that's going to be screaming.
If this was Guinness, I don't know. Like, if there's too much wind, it disqualifies them for a world record. But I don't think we're that particular here.
No. I think we've got a shot at it, and we've got some guys that want to beat some 9 and 10-year-old kids that are actually trying to win. That are more in their 30s and 40s that are trying to win.
If you want to be in the paper, you got to be first.
That's right.
You got to be the
you
front
better
runner.
believe it.
For sure.
At any point when the MC is talking, will anyone say, "Remember, second place is the first loser"? Do you point that out to the children?
Well, our MC is Larry Crabb. You guys know him. He does a great job. He does the marathon. He does. Fifth Third's our title sponsor. They do the biggest race nationally, and they also do the biggest 0.1K in the world.
But it also allows you to have some of the sort of production elements of this is a big deal while it's still tongue-in-cheek. That's what everybody loves.
It is a big deal. It's a huge deal. You You drink, you run, you drink. Yes, that's
the biggest deal.
My favorite running event of all time.
We say prehydrate and rehydrate.
Oh, yeah,
you've got to do that. Yeah,
It's a family event.
Yeah, I can't believe how many you bought a bunch of the 0.1K stickers. I see these all over town.
There's so many.
You got to represent.
Yeah.
Unlike the people who put like 10K on their car, I don't resent people who have these.
Yeah. Oh, good
their
for you,
bragging.
marathon man.
Absolutely.
Look, I got a 0.1K.
Yeah, because I feel like, that person has a sense of humor. He's a normal person. He's not going to yell at me if, I get in the way of him.
Right.
Doing something first.
You mentioned. Okay, so the 0.1K this Saturday. Walk us through the events, Kyle.
Well, race packet pickup. So first of all, runashortrace.com is where you can register. So get online, register. You get long sleeve shirts. There is a $15 option for college students and younger. It's a cotton short sleeve shirt. But anyway, great race package. You get the car oval. Pick up your race packet either 3:30 to 6:30 on Friday at the Bob, or registration starts, and we allow same-day registration, starting at 9. Race starts at noon. We have macaroni art in the morning for some of the younger kids. We've got a great Iron Chef competition. The Duchenne boys are paired with Gilmore Collection chefs.
Okay.
And they make these crazy macaroni and cheese deals.
Okay,
That's fantastic.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what our friends Connie and Curtis, they're judging it, right?
They are-
Or
they
Curtis and Christine.
Curtis and Christine.
Okay.
And
That's a
then-
new show. Connie just got bumped.
Yeah, man, I
Breaking news.
liked Connie so
That's
much.
why Russ isn't in here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5
We've
minutes.
known Connie
going
since
downhill.
college, so I'm not
Oh,
cool with
man.
that.
Yeah, that's
No
too
need
bad.
to listen anymore, really. is
Rest
what we're
in
saying.
peace, Connie.
There's only
You killed her. Everything we just said is false, except for the fact that Christine and Curtis are judging.
We don't want them to get pity listeners.
Yeah.
We've got a Hall of Fame induction, so it's going to
Really?
be the inaugural class. Yeah. So what they'll do is we'll actually email them a photoshopped image of their plaque that will be hung in a Hall of Fame
Yes.
at an
A
undisclosed
virtual.
location of a virtual nature.
I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Like a chat room,
Yeah,
right?
like
That's
a-
great.
Okay,
Something
yeah,
like
I'm
that.
Brazzers.com.
I believe.
Well, this is fantastic. It goes, and you said it is a family-friendly event. You can come out.
bet.
You can take it as serious as you want, meaning you want to hydrate before race and then
Yes.
hydrate after. If you're very serious about the particular,
Right.
like if that's your triathlon and you really are into the hydration and the hydration, that works.
Some people might even want to have a Camelback filled with hydration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
for
I
while
think
they
that
run.
maybe.
Yeah, and
Just
yeah.
a thought I've had. I've never done it myself.
They might
Right.
even go to packet pickup early on Friday at the Bob and practice hydrate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pre-hydrate.
Yeah.
These
Very
guys, some of these guys have been carb loading all year.
I have been.
It's important.
I
It's
have been.
important.
Make no
Yeah, you
mistake.
don't want to wear out of
So then,
calories.
after the race.
After the race, 5 minutes tardy's the band. These guys rock it. They'll be on second floor Barbarino's. There's events for the kids, Iron Chef, rehydration specials, Bloody Mary starting at 9. It's going to be a terrific day. Hey, sponsors have picked up the entire tab for all the costs. So your entire $30 goes towards the charity.
That's
and
fantastic.
we expect to raise between $60,000 and $70,000.
Wow. That's fantastic.
And it
Yeah,
looks,
but
that's
it's
amazing.
wonderful.
Nothing but sun, too. That's
Yeah.
going to be an
60
amazing.
degrees.
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
Might not
So
be a little
great.
too warm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People will
Yeah.
overheat.
Yeah, you get
Medics will
pretty
be standing
hot.
by.
Well,
Yeah.
we got a couple Cub Scouts that are trying to earn a merit badge to help out with the first
Okay,
aid.
good.
We
Mike,
had so much summer. I mean,
Sometimes when you spearhead something like this and you can see the donations, you can kind of see where it goes. Has that happened? I'm throwing you. We didn't talk about this beforehand or anything.
Yeah, this we're making a difference in the world. I
Yeah.
mean, the key here is, as I mentioned, we want to find a cure and get this to the finish line. But you're hearing more and more in the world today about muscular dystrophy as a whole. There's many different kinds. There's about 35 different kinds of muscular dystrophy. Duchenne being one of the more severe ones. But we are making an impact on the world, the medical community. You hear more drug trials going on, talking about Duchenne, talking about muscular dystrophy across the world. We're making a difference. The dystrophin gene in our body is the biggest it's the biggest gene in our DNA, so it's the most complex to try to fix.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. So it's a lot. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's very challenging, and we're making a difference. That's what this is all about. We want to have a
the
good
money
time.
matters because people say, well, there's
Yes,
enough
it
money
does.
for everything, but that's just not true.
No.
And sometimes it's a clinical trial of a drug or a specific funding another form of research for someone who says, I think I can stand on that person's shoulders, so to speak, and move on. And that funding may be the difference. Breakthroughs all the time.
You bet. And drugs are being brought before the FDA that you never would hear about because we're a small voice. We're becoming a larger voice in the world, and in the local community is we can't, I don't know how to put it into words. We can't describe what you guys do to help us bring our spirits up as families dealing with this disease. So it's enormous.
There's about a dozen in the Grand Rapids area, so it hits the community. And I'll tell you, Grand Rapids as a whole is a huge fundraising. Mitchell's Run is the same. They run for the same thing. They've been doing this for over, I think it's 13 or 14 years. And other great charities and things like that. So it's really a cool community. And everybody comes out, gets a chance to help push this research past the finish line because these boys need a cure.
Yep. And by the way, you're going to have a great time.
And it's a blast.
Two birds, one stone. Yeah. It's perfect. gr.1k.com, or what is the other? It takes you to the same spot.
Yeah, runashortrace.com. So www.runashortrace.com. Register. We'll see you today.
It's going to be a gorgeous day on Saturday for this. Mike, Kyle, good to see you guys
thanks,
again.
Guys.
One more thing. Joe? I was just wondering, is this something you guys are going to start doing all over the place? Because this is totally a race that would be a huge hit anywhere you did it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you need to franchise it.
We actually, there are several races actually around Michigan and across the country that have taken this format and done pretty well.
Really?
But the PPMD, Parent Project Muscular Dystrophy, at their annual conference, they are trying to get other grassroots efforts to use this format to do it. So at the last one, didn't they have a?
They did at Orlando at the Disney Marathon.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Yeah,
because
it really is.
It really is a good way to tie it in, make it sort of a festive, atmosphere.
Yeah, we're hoping to take it worldwide. It's obviously a farce on the marathons, and it brings a lot of people to have a great time.
Let's do a spring break in Mexico.
Yeah, now you're thinking.
Yeah,
good idea.
Now you're thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Again, gr.1k.com, runashortrace.com, right?
Yes,
you bet.
All right. That's it for us. We're all leaving.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to go see who else got fired today. P.S. No one got fired. Just saying it to make Russ uncomfortable.
We don't know.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
He's still there.
Yeah.
Looking at his phone. He can't hear me.
Well, one thing's for sure. We didn't.
We didn't.
We will be here tomorrow. Tell your friends.
Yeah, and if we're not, then you know what happened.
We haven't yet, but there's a lot of cardboard boxes out there.
Nothing's happening. It's all jokes. Creed, my own prison. 97.9 GRD Rocks.